Way out in front, campaigners from the Liberal Democratic Party are finding increased support from voters feeling the economy has picked up.
Of course, the important issues is how we can recover our economy, not in the short term, but in the long term. That is the biggest question.
The so-called Abenomics of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe are a big factor here, turning him into a political asset rather than a liability. For Abe, this campaign is distinctly personal. It was a humiliating defeat at the same upper house election 6 years ago that led to his resignation as Prime Minister first time round. Now he's back and he wants to restore his reputation. Returning to power with victory in the lower house elections last December, a victory in the upper house would end what's known here as the twisted diet. But complete control of both houses of Japan's parliament is seen as a mixed blessing.
I hope the economy is going to improve, but we're not there yet.
I don't want the LDP to become too strong. We need a good opposition.
Election victory could allow Abe to follow through on controversial changes to Japan's constitution, in particular its commitment to pacifism, a highly divisive issue here.
If Abe dared to change the constitution this time, Abe really needs to sacrifice his own political capital. And his political capital is very limited. I think should be used very wisely.
Watching closely Japan's neighbors, in particular China, concerned at Abe's strong nationalist stance in territorial disputes in the East China Sea.
I think from Beijing's perspective there are possibly two interpretations. One, that some of the nationalist rhetoric we're seeing from Mr. Abe is electioneering and perhaps that will be dialed down after the election. Or two, maybe actually the opposite, that Mr. Abe is trying to be more moderate to appeal to centrist voters, and actually after the election he could start to push a more nationalistic agenda.
Japan's apparent shift towards conservatism is producing interesting domestic reactions, with the Japanese Communist Party, for example, expected to pick up protest votes at the expense of the main opposition Democratic Party of Japan. And outside the Prime Minister's office, the Friday evening protests by anti-nuclear campaigners are likely to swell, given fears Abe could restart Japan's nuclear energy plants closed since the Fukushima disaster. In spite of all his support, a shrill reminder of his detractors here. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Tokyo.